Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My bad. Sorry for the late start. But man, I had to get this thing going. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wake up. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. There's rules to this shit. I wrote me a manual, step-by-step booklet, but you get your game on track, not your wig pushed back. Wake up, niggas, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yo, go to
Things I love about skating is the creativity.
Go to your which come and Shark, go to or Facebook or something and pick up a link. You should be able to jump right in with a link. Wake up, baby. Hey, man, you interfering with my music, man. What's up? It should be a link in the you can't just grab any link and link on? Huh? Shut up. So what I need to do, I need to add you in on Which Come like I did. I thought once you grab the link, you automatically on. Oh, my bad. So how you get in there the last time I sent you an invite? All right. All right, I'm hooking you up now. What's the email? What's the email? Say it one more time. Coach 10. You fucked up my music. At iCloud. There. Let's get back to the music, man. My bad, little technical difficulty. Yeah, I mean, Prince a little slow on the info. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Damn, man. Difficult ass nigga.
You stupid. You called me a bitch stupid ass nigga. Is that an alarm or what? What is that?
Huh?
I'm talking to D. D, what the fuck is this?
All right, then. So, What's up? What's up? What's up, Rahubat? Ashug. Nice morning. Definitely got the sun behind me. Bam! We're gonna play some more music before we get into the show. One more song, and then we're gonna get into the show. I'll get my coffee and shit in me. Don't forget the new Prince and new album coming up, baby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Girl, I want you. You want me to. Girl, I want you. You want me to. Met a shorty one night. We was hanging out. She dig me cause I had clout. She said, Prince, I know what you all about. You don't love them, you leave them out. Wake up, baby. Girl, I want you. You want me to. Yo, Black Sun, send out some links. Get my man Anshaw. Absu Anu.
He coming.
All right.
He had to use the bathroom real quick. What's up, bro?
All right, you good. You good. How you feel?
Yeah, this is some oil in the kitchen that Sarah was using. Shit up. Probably. I don't see why. There was some stuff on there. You was supposed to use. I was just wondering if I know what kind of electronics I got to use. I don't know where I did it. I don't know where it's at. Okay. I don't shit.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
She wasn't using it last
The
night.
Wake Up Show with Prince Anu and Black Sun. We live, baby. We live, baby. We live, baby. Woo!
We live, baby. You this stuff up here? Oh no, close you close up.
Right, who by King Ellis? Yo, send me your email so you can join in on the conversation. King Ellis, put your email up so I can send you in. So I can invite you in. You can join in on the conversation. Don't forget the new Prince Anu album coming, baby. I got love to give.
Yo, how can I Oh, I could do my shit. I gotta find out how to tie these channels in. You know how 4,209 views. Who got that? Me. In total, though. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, one and all. Rahuba, Rahuba, Rahuba. One and all.
What up? Welcome back.
That's what's up. One more song, then we're going to get to it, man.
All right.
One more song, then we're going to get to it.
You playing fast shit?
Nah, you ain't sending the which card. You gotta send the tracks, man.
Oh, but that's our beat though.
I know. That's what she was supposed to do for me. So special. So special. You talk about a nigga, jump back, look at myself, kiss my nigga. Laying down, niggas. Woo! So special, baby.
What? Illmatic.
Woo! I lay back, I run tracks. I'm that dude, I'm all that. Prince of New on your comeback. I ain't making no comeback. I ain't never left. I ain't never scared. You ain't never there. I'm everywhere. You ready, man?
Right. I said 1, 2 checker, microphone wrecker. It's the Black Sun running through your sector. You better do more than protect your necker. You're gonna need more than a resurrection. Cause my Sunmatic blower make your inside explode. Boom, disappeared where nobody knows. In a microscopic particles of dust. Microphone crush, MCs get rushed. Smooth and plush, just stomped them out, child, and what? Silver Wolverine is. 4 GP Wu affiliate. Open your eyes, recognize what you're dealing with. Live and legit. Like I said before, you can smoke with this shit.
He feeling special. Replace him, we don't let you. We left one, I do testing.
Right.
Yeah. The almighty King Ellis in the building.
What up, brothers? What up, the almighty?
What up,
goddamn
baby?
Prince I knew. What's the word, baby?
I knew is the word, baby.
Yes, sir.
The elect one, the spoken one, the chosen son. Step
right.
back the way I got my gun. But it's a tool of weapon. Spraying motherfuckers without hesitation.
Right.
Woo!
Right. Tulu
Who's
weapon.
next, nigga?
Yeah. Smoothie time, baby. You know what it is. You know what it is.
In the kitchen, cooking up that nigga missing body parts around all the position. Boy, I got ambition.
Putting niggas out of business. Change, still the same. We rearrange. Come through and mess up your membranes. Catch a midnight train to Georgia. Slide through so you can get accorded. And record it while we slaughtering MCs cross the border. Disagreeables, they still coming. But I'm about to do them. One number, up to nothing, down to something. Just bullshit, y'all. We just having fun out here, you heard?
Welcome, one and all, one and all, one and all.
Yo, yo.
We gonna do one more song while King Alex mixed up his jungle juice.
That's right. That's right. You already know what I'm doing, boy. You already know it. Gotta get them vitamins. Gotta get them motherfucking vitamins in, goddammit. You know you gotta get them vitamins in.
Gotta get it, baby.
This is for clarity. Clarity.
Yo, D, I can't.
What? Look at that green shit, boy. Ooh, I know. Hey, man. Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Y'all know what y'all missing, man, I'm telling you.
What you drinking on, bro?
Made me a smoothie with, the protein pack, black seed, spirulina, ashwagandha, shit, some fucking collagen, and some good shit to keep your clarity clear.
Right.
So, shit, the black seeds, and you know what the ashwagandha do? To give you clarity, keep your memory good and clean. I put some maca in there, Just a full
What's that
full
called
protein
again?
pack smoothie.
Dig.
Yo,
Ashwagandha.
huh?
It's called ashwagandha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's my shit. That's my shit,
Okay,
man.
that's what's up.
Yeah, it's for real, man. You know, that's one thing we gotta do. We gotta keep our shit clear, man. So right now, I'm battling with chicken and shit. These goddamn chicken fat asses right now, they be fucking with you. So I'm trying to get past all that, man. Stay more meat free, meat conscious, because you know what time it is.
Yeah, I need to do the same thing.
Yeah, man. It's real important right now, man, because the way they're making these foods and shit, and the way what they're doing to the chicken and shit, and then we get it, and they already fucked up as it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how they raise them, whether they farm raised or whether they raised on in some goddamn vegetarian environment. It's just the fats and things that come from the chicken, man. They're destroying us from their deathbed, showing us that shit, we gonna get you back for killing us and eating us, goddamn it. So we gonna get you back. So I try to just, you know, moderate the meat. And, you know, always like, you know, if I want something, it ain't every day no more. You know what I'm saying? No more storing the meat in my refrigerator and my fucking freezer and shit, you know, to push me to do it. If I want it, I'm gonna do it like we used to do it back in the day. You remember how grandma would tell you want some fish? We'll go get the fish and shit fresh. You want some chicken? You go buy the shit fresh and you cook it that day and go and get it out the way instead of freezing it and fucking it up even more, you know. So I kind of got back into them old ways like that. And then I stay on my multi. I got my vitamins here. I got my turmeric. I got my goddamn. Let me see. There you go. I got my turmeric. I got my ginkgo biloba. I got my fucking biotin, and I got my motherfucking what's that? Apple cider vinegar. So,
okay, what the vinegar do?
Huh?
What the apple cider vinegar do?
Shit, clean you out, flush your system out real good, man. Clean out everything in your system, man. You know, vinegar and apple cider, man, with the mother, man, clean out everything. So, you know, when you're just trying to keep your system clear your stomach out, clear your way. That's what the ginkgo biloba is. The ginkgo biloba gonna clean out your stomach too. It gonna go in there and eat up the fat. So if you got any fat in your stomach, it's gonna go in there and eat it up. And then shit, later on the day with the smoothie, you're gonna be shitting a lot of the fat out that you didn't, you know, that you really didn't need in your body. So the shit worked. Okay. Like the biotin is for your hair, your nails, and your skin. So is the black seeds and shit. The black seeds do for your hair and your skin and shit too. All of it. Okay.
Well, y'all heard it first, ladies. If you want to lose weight.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I'm telling you, man. No, we gotta be thin around here right now, man, because it's gonna be a food fucking curse in a minute. To where, man, all the food gonna be really, really fucked up. So it's really time now to start training yourself on eating less. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you're gonna get caught up in that madness, man. I'm telling you. Hear my words today. Pop spoke on it for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Elijah did too.
Yeah, man, it's here now, man. It's here. And we can't, you know, we gotta stop playing with it, man. Like this shit ain't finna happen.
I know, man. I went down to the hospital, take my brother's girl. She got cancer. I took her down there, man. It's sad down there, man.
Oh man. Hey, I hate going in there, motherfucker. Period,
it's
bro.
Sad. I mean, sad, yo. It's sad for real. It's sad,
man. You know, well, the only way we can stay out that motherfucker, man. You know, they always say that, you know, black men don't go to the hospital, you know, and I know why, man, because they trying to kill us in that motherfucker.
Hell
so
yeah.
The best thing to do, the way to stay away from that motherfucker, we got to really, I'm serious, man. We got to start taking some good shit. Man, I done slowed down on the green and everything all the way tremendously. You know what I'm saying? It's because I just want to do a little better. I'm saying, matter of fact, I'm recording my album right now. I want to record the motherfucker totally sober. I ain't want no extra additives. I want straight out new power. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And man, I'm telling you, man, me and the gods have been writing some real shit, man. When I tell you, we've been writing some shit I knew. Hey, the show yesterday, he was like, look, he was like, hey, man, once you get on the level of I knew, nigga, you start speaking as I knew. You start thinking as I do, right? Hey, and that's the real shit, man. Hey, and it helping your writing, everything, nigga. My writing is man. Hey, man, we just coming over some shit. You'll see, man. We coming over some. Oh shit! Wait, I hit back. My phone went dead. My bad. I hit back.
All right. Come on back in. We want to hear
I-
it first too. We want to hear it first too.
Oh, you will. You will.
All right, King Ellis will be right back. What's up, Black Son? How you feel? He on mute, so I guess I'll take over.
Yeah, I'm feeling gravy. I'm okay. I'm just setting up this hanging was on my computer so I could switch with the phone.
Okay, that's cool.
But
Well,
I was
go ahead
paying
and jump
attention
in.
what the brother said about avoiding hospital. Black man, I don't fuck with hospitals at all, man. Unless I'm in a car accident, something detrimental, I really have to go.
Right.
Other than that, I don't fuck with them. I don't need no medicine, no nothing. You know what I mean? I'm good.
Right, I don't
feel
take
the
no
best I ever
Tylenol.
felt in my life right now, 48, man. You know what I mean? No fatigue, no nothing. You know, I rarely eat food. I force myself to eat. I done up my doses and my love my annual doses so much to where I don't even really gotta consume food. I'm just moving with the ethers, vibrating with the force.
You know, there you go.
I think about the human body sometimes and I eat, but other than that, my body don't be asking for it. My body don't want it.
Body be rejecting it. Like, nah,
yeah,
nigga.
Nigga, we good.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get in tune with mine. I'll be lunching, man. But I use the green light, you know. It's a video out. It's called The Science. It's a video out. It's called The Science of Healing by Dr. York.
Right.
So I listen to that and I use the green light. The green light heals everything. And all you do is you visualize it. You visualize the green light. You lock on that and then you bring it in. You bring it in and you focus. And that energy, that heals it all. That heals it all. The green light, man. El Kadir, the green one. Try to get the sister back on so she can update us on
yeah, I'm trying to get in here right now. I'm trying to switch phones so I can at least do it from here. Let me see.
Right. Today I promised everybody that I would talk about the 9 kings of Nibiru. How the throne was established and how we got to where we are now. Yesterday we dabbed in on 144,000 messiahs. We dabbed in on the elect one. We dabbed in on Lahut, Malakut, Nasut, the takeover, Rock Eagle Mound. We dabbed in on all of that.
Right.
And today I said I was going to go through the 9 kings of Nibiru and how it started. You know, I might play the video if I could pull it up. Play that video. They call them the prior times where on Nibiru, after the Enuma Elish went on high and we came into body forms on Nibiru, shit.
What happened?
Okay, yeah. Okay. And we came in on Nibiru and they evolved on Nibiru like we evolved on Earth.
Right.
First it was they came out of the water, which was the reptilian. The reptilian in the water. And then we came on water and land, which would be amphibious, hippos and shit like that. Then to mammals. Excuse me. Then on into clans. Then from clans, we went to tribes. From tribes, we went to nations. Now, while all this process was happening, we did not have a God. or king. The universe was ran autonomously, meaning we all was equal.
Right.
Then the chaos broke out once the resources start diminishing because of the overpopulation of the planet. And the chaos started. And then you had the nation of the North against the nation of the South.
Right.
And a terrible war broke out. Now, these are advanced beings. So they had nuclear weapons and all that shit we got today. And a war broke out between the nation of the North and the nation of the South. So after millions of people died on Nibiru from this war, the two sides got together and draw the truce. They said, we're going to elect a king from the north and a queen from the south, or a king from the south and the queen from the north. So the first two that was elected to sit on the throne of Nibiru was An and An-Tu. Your first king and queen, or what we would say here, gods, was An and An-Tu with equal power. You talking about human beings, you talking about regular beings that came about. But these are advanced, intelligent beings because of the rotation of Nibiru. Meaning Nibiru traveled through galaxies. So of course they're gonna be more advanced. They're gonna be more technical inclined, or you know, had advanced technology and shit like that.
Right.
So that's how we got our first king and queen, which would be your gods, which would be An and An-Tu. An-Tu means An's spouse, or the spouse of An. Uh-oh. Lost y'all for a second. See if I can get back.
Trying to see what's wrong.
Ah, shit. There All right, we back. We back. Lost y'all for a minute. Hold on, I gotta get my plug. This is crazy. Crazy. I gotta get my plug. Give me 1 second, yo. 1 second. We're gonna check out a video in a minute soon I plug up. Sorry about the interruption. We edited. All right. We plugged in now. We back. Like I was saying on Nibiru. Give me 1 second, yo. I lost everybody. I got to get everybody back in here. So everybody just brace yourself.
No one treads the highways. No one seeks out the roads. Flourishing Sumer is like an abandoned desert. How smitten is the land.
We'll be reading tonight the Lost Book of Enki here.
Oh, man. We are off. 1 second, yo. Trying to get everybody back in. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Y'all gonna have to hit that link again and come back in.
This is the account of the earth and its gold. It is an account of the beginning and how the celestial gods were created. In the beginning, when, in the above, the gods in the heavens had not yet been called into being, and in the below, Ki, the firm ground, had not yet been named. Alone in the void there existed Apsu, their primordial begetter. In the waters of the below, the celestial gods had not yet appeared. In the heights of the above, the celestial gods had not yet been created. Above and below, the gods had not yet been formed. Destinies were not yet decreed. No reed had yet been formed. No marshland had appeared. Alone did Apsu reign in the void. Then, by his winds, the primordial waters were mingled. A divine and artful spell Apsu upon the waters cast. On the void's deep, he poured a sound sleep. Tiamat, the mother of all, as a spouse for himself he fashioned. A celestial mother, a watery beauty she was indeed. Beside him Apsu, little Mamu, then brought forth. As his messenger, he him appointed, a gift for Tiamat to present, a gift resplendent to his spouse, Apsu granted. Shining metal, the everlasting gold, for her alone to possess. Then it was that the two, their waters mingled, divine children between them to bring forth. Male and female were the celestials created. Lamu and Lahamu, by names they were called. In the below did Apsu and Tiamat make them an abode. Before they had grown in age and in stature, in the waters of the above, Anshar and Kishar were formed. Surpassing their brothers in size they were. As a celestial couple, the two were fashioned. A son, An, in the distant heavens was their heir. Then Antu, to be his spouse, as An's equal was brought forth. As a boundary of the upper waters their abode was made. Thus were three heavenly couples, below and above, in the depths created. By names they were called, the family of Apsu with Mamu and Tiamat they formed. At that time, Nibiru had not yet been seen. The earth was not yet called into being. Mingled were the heavenly waters. By hammered bracelet they were not yet separated. At that time, circuits were not yet fully fashioned. The destinies of the gods were not yet firmly decreed. The celestial kinfolk banded together. Erratic were their ways. Their ways to Apsu were verily loathsome. Tiamat, getting no rest, was aggrieved and raged. A throng to march by her side she formed. A growling, raging host against the sons of Apsu she brought forth. With all 11 of this kind she brought forth. She made the firstborn, Kingu, chief among them. When the celestial gods of this did hear, for counsel they rallied. Kingu she has elevated, to rank as An, command to him she gave, to each other they said. A tablet of destiny to his chest she has attached, his own circuit to acquire. To battle against the gods, her offspring Kingu she instructed. Who shall stand up to Tiamat, the gods asked each other. None in their circuit stepped forward, none a weapon for battle would bear. At that time, in the heart of the deep, a god was engendered. In a chamber of fates, a place of destinies was he born. By an artful creator he was fashioned, the son of his own son he was. From the deep where he was engendered, the god from his family in a rushing departed. A gift of his creator, the seed of life. With
Ansha, I see you.
To the void he set his course, a new destiny he was seeking. The first to come, the wandering celestial, was he ever watchful onto. Alluring was his figure, a radiance, he was beaming. Lordly was his gait, exceedingly great was his course. Of all the gods he was the loftiest, surpassing theirs his circuit was. The first to...
Right there, they said, to all the gods surpassing he was. We talking about Nibiru being born and how things jumped off.
Clemson was onto. Her breast by child never sucked. Come, be my son, she called to him. Let me your mother become. She cast her net and made him welcome, made his course for the purpose suited. Her words filled the newcomer's heart with pride. The one who would nurse him made him haughty. His head to doubled size grew larger. 4 members at his sides he sprouted. He moved his lips in acceptance. A godly fire from them blazed forth. Toward Antu his course he turned, his face to An soon to show. When An saw him, my son, with exultation he shouted, to leadership you shall be consigned, a host by your side will be your servants. Let Nibiru be your name, as crossing forever known. He bowed to Nibiru, turning his face at Nibiru's passage. He spread his net, for Nibiru 4 servants he brought forth. His host by his side to be, the south wind, the north wind, the east wind, the west wind. With joyful heart, on to Anshar, his forebear, the arrival of Nibiru announced. Anshar, upon hearing this, Gaga, who was by his side, as an emissary sent forth, words of wisdom to An deliver, a task to Nibiru to assign. He charged Gaga to give voice to what was in his heart. To An thus say, Tiamat, she who bore us, now detests us. She has set up a warring host. She is furious with rage. Against the gods, her children, 11 warriors marched by her side. Kingu, among them, she elevated. Destiny to his chest she attached without right. No god among us her venom can stand up. Her host in us all has fear established. Let Nibiru become our avenger. Let him vanquish Tiamat. Let him save our lives. For him decree a fate. Let him go forth and face our mighty foe. To An, Gaga departed. He bowed before him. The words of Anshar he repeated. On to Nibiru his forebears' words repeated. Gaga's message to him he revealed. To the words Nibiru with wonder listened. Of the mother who would her children devour with fascination he heard. His heart, without saying, to set out against Tiamat, him already prompted. He opened his mouth to An and Gaga. He thus said, if, indeed, I am to vanquish Tiamat, their lives to save, convene the gods to assembly, my destiny proclaim supreme. Let all the gods agree in council to make me the leader, bound to my command. When Lamu and Lahamu heard this, they cried out with anguish. Strange was the demand, his meaning cannot be fathomed. The gods who decree the fates with each other consulted. To make Nibiru their avenger, they all agreed. To him an exalted fate decreed. From this day on, unchallengeable shall be your commandments. To him they said, no one among us gods shall transgress your bounds. Go, Nibiru, be our avenger. They fashioned for him a princely circuit toward Tiamat to proceed. They gave Nibiru blessings. They gave Nibiru awesome weapons. Anshar, 3 more winds of Nibiru brought forth. The evil wind, the whirlwind, the matchless wind. Kishar, with a blazing flame, filled his body, and then to enfold Tiamat therewith. Thus, ready for battle, Nibiru toward Tiamat directly set his course.
So by all the gods, we made Nibiru our champion. The deal was, if you go up against Tiamat, now remember, this is the Enuma Elish in the Holy Tablets. And what had happened was, after Tiamat and Apsu gave birth to the rest of the planets started being disrupted. And what they was talking about was the meteorites. It's another word I'm looking for. The asteroids were smashing up against Tiamat, smashing up against the other planets. So they were going to wipe all the planets out. So they asked Nibiru, since your circuit goes around and you have the strength and the ability to wipe out Tiamat, if you do that for us, your word will decree all fates forever and ever. Now, this is interesting because we're talking about Da. not the person, but the soul that's within him. This is how he became our champion. Let's continue on.
Now this is the account of the celestial battle, and how the earth had come to be, and of Nibiru's destiny. The Lord went forth, his fated course he followed. For the raging Tiamat he set his face, he spell with his lips he uttered. As a cloak for protection, he the pulsar and the emitter put on. With a fearsome radiance his head was crowned. On his right he posted the smiter, on the left the repeller he placed. The seven winds, his host of helpers, like a storm he sent forth. Toward the raging Tiamat he was rushing, clamoring for battle. The gods thronged about him, then from his path they departed. To scan Tiamat and her helpers alone he was advancing. The scheme of Kingu, her host commander, to conceive. When he saw valiant Kingu, blurred became his vision. As he gazed upon the monsters, his direction was distracted. His course became upset, his doings were confused. Tiamat's band tightly her encircled, with terror they trembled. Tiamat, to her roots gave a shudder, a mighty roar she emitted. On Nibiru she cast a spell, engulfed him with her charms. The issue between them was joined, the battle was unavoided. Face to face they came, Tiamat and Nibiru, against each other they were advancing. Day for battle approached, they pressed on for single combat. The Lord spread his net, to encompass her he cast it. With fury, Tiamat cried out. Like one possessed, she lost her senses. The evil wind, which had been behind him, Nibiru drove forward. In her face, he let it loose. She opened her mouth, the evil wind to swallow, but could not close her lips. The evil wind charged her belly. Into her innards it made its way. Her innards were howling. Her body was distended. Her mouth was wide open. Through the opening, Nibiru shot a brilliant arrow, a lightning most divine. It pierced her innards. Her belly it tore apart. It tore into her womb. It split apart her heart. Having thus subdued her, her life breath he extinguished. The lifeless body Nibiru surveyed, like a slaughtered carcass Tiamat now was. Beside their lifeless mistress, her 11 helpers trembled with terror. In Nibiru's net they were captured. Unable they were to flee. Kingu, who by Tiamat was made the host chief, was among them. The Lord put him in fetters. To his lifeless mistress he bound him. He wrested from Kingu the tablets of destinies, unrightly to him given. Stamped it with his own seal, fastened the destiny to his own chest. The others of Tiamat's band as captives he bound. In his circuit he them ensnared. He trampled them underfoot, cut them up to pieces. He bound them all to his circuit. To turn around he made them, backward to course. From the place of the battle, Nibiru then departed, to the gods who had him appointed the victory to announce. He made a circuit about Apsu. To Kishar and Anshar he journeyed. Gaga came out to greet him. As a herald to the others he then journeyed. Beyond on and onto, Nibiru to the abode, in the deep, proceeded. The fate of lifeless Tiamat, and of Kingu he then considered. To Tiamat, whom he had subdued, the Lord Nibiru then returned. He made his way to her, paused to view her lifeless body. To artfully divide the monster in his heart he was planning. Then, as a muscle, into two parts he split her. Her chest from her lower parts he separated. Her inner channels he cut apart. Her golden veins he beheld with wonder. Trotting upon her hinder part, the Lord her upper part completely severed. The north wind, his helper, from his side he summoned. To thrust away the severed head, the wind he commanded, in the void to place it. Nibiru's wind upon Tiamat then hovered, sweeping upon her gushing waters. Nibiru shot a lightning. To north wind he gave a signal. In a brilliance was Tiamat's upper part to a region unknown carried. With her the bound Kingu, who was also exiled, of the severed part a companion to be. The hinder part's fate Nibiru then considered. As an everlasting trophy of the battle he wished to be, a constant reminder in the heavens, a place of the battle to enshrine. With his mace, the hinder part, he smashed to bits and pieces, then strung them together as a band to form a hammered bracelet. Locking them together, as watchmen he stationed them. A firmament, to divide the waters from the waters. The upper waters above the firmament, from the waters below it he separated. Artful works Nibiru thus fashioned. The Lord then crossed the heavens to survey the regions. From Apsu's quarter to the abode of Gaga, he measured the dimensions. The edge of the deep Nibiru then examined. Toward his birthplace he cast his gaze. He paused and hesitated. Then to the firmament, the place of the battle, slowly he returned. Passing again in Apsu's region, of the sun's missing spouse he thought of with remorse. He gazed upon Tiamat's wounded half. To her upper part he gave attention. The waters of life, her bounty, from the wounds were still pouring. Her golden veins Apsu's rays were reflecting. The seed of life, his creator's legacy, Nibiru then remembered. When he trod on Tiamat, when he split her asunder, to her the seed he surely imparted. He addressed words to Apsu, to him thus saying, with your warming rays to the wounds give healing. Let the broken part new life be given, and your family as a daughter to be. Let the waters to one place be gathered, let firm land appear. By firm land let her be called, Ki, henceforth her name to be. Apsu to the words of Nibiru gave heed. Let the earth join my family. Ki, firm land of the below, let earth her name henceforth be. By her turning let their day and night be. In the days my healing rays to her I shall provide. Let Kingu be a creature of the night. To shine at night I shall appoint him. Earth's companion, the moon forever to be. Nibiru the words of Apsu with satisfaction heard. He crossed the heavens and surveyed the regions. To the gods who had him elevated he granted permanent stations. Their circuits he destined, that none shall transgress nor fall short of each other. He strengthened the heavenly locks. Gates on both sides he established. An outermost abode he chose for himself. Beyond Gaga were its dimensions. The great circuit, to be his destiny, he beseeched Apsu for him to decree. All the gods spoke up from their stations. Let Nibiru's sovereignty be surpassing. Most radiant of the gods is he. Let him truly the son of the sun be. From his quarter Apsu gave his blessing. Nibiru shall hold the crossing of heaven and earth. Crossing shall be his name. The gods shall cross over neither above nor below. He shall hold the central position. The shepherd of the gods he shall be. A shar shall be his circuit, that his destiny will forever be.
All right. All right. Welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Now
this is the account of.
We're going to talk about that for a minute, real fast. This is the birth of Nibiru, according to the Enuma Elish, which is in the Holy Tablets. Apsu reigned alone, which is the sun. Then he formed Tiamat. That was the first planet. So Tiamat, our Earth, used to be right next to the sun. And then they birthed the rest of the planets. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they call her Mother Earth, because She is the mother of all the rest of the planets. And then when the war broke out, we got Nibiru to go against her and destroy her and her helpers. Okay. And he split her in two. Nibiru did. Split her in two. Made the firmament, which is the asteroid belts. If you notice, the asteroid belts go counterclockwise to the rest of the planets. Nibiru comes in counterclockwise from the rest of the planets that's circling around the sun. You see that? And we gave Nibiru full power. Full powers. Let his words decree the fates. Everybody agreed to this. Anshar, Kishar, Lahamu, Anu, which was An at that time, the planet An, or Uranus. All of them gave the spoken word power to Nibiru. Now, Nibiru set up. Okay. Nibiru set up shop, his throne, his tabernacle, and then gave the power back to An, or Uranus. That's why we love Doc, man. And that's what this is all about. We went from planets, Enuma Elish, to Allahums, or humans, or gods in the flesh. And the next video I'm going to play, I think I might get into it tomorrow. It might be too late. It's already 10:15. And I promised y'all that we was going to talk about the first king and queens. So maybe I'll play that video on the way out. But what do you think, Black Sun? People be sleeping on the Enuma Elish. But this is how everything was established. So you can't skip steps. You got to know everything that went down. You see what I'm saying? Enuma Elish is very, very, very important. Very, very important. This was before we came in fleshly form. Before the Allahum, before the Anunnakis. You know? Before Anu was physically born with a human type body on the Nibiru. You know? So the soul that was in the Nibiru went into the person. Y'all following that? So when we talk about Murdoch, you talk about Nibiru. Just like when you talk about Doc, you still talking about Nibiru. Because the soul from Nibiru went into Doc. All the way down through Murdoch. They say Melchizedek. They say Michael, Malachi. They all the same person with the same soul. Now, literally Melchizedek was Murdoch, which is Nibiru in human form. Remember, we are shams. We are planets, you know. So maybe I will play that other, the second part, so we can get into that. And this video is not that long. It's like 8 minutes. So let's start with that.
The prior times and of the weapons of terror. Now this is the account of the prior times and of the weapons of terror. Before the prior times was the beginning. After the prior times were the olden times. In the olden times, the gods came to the earth and created the earthlings. In the prior times, none of the gods was on the earth, nor were the earthlings yet fashioned. In the prior times, the abode of the gods was on their own planet. Nibiru is its name. A great planet, reddish in radiance, around the sun, an elongated circuit Nibiru makes. For a time in the cold is Nibiru engulfed, for part of its circuit by the sun strongly is it heated. A thick atmosphere Nibiru envelops, by volcanic eruptions constantly fed. All manner of life this atmosphere sustains. Without it, there will be only perishing. In the cold period, the inner heat of Nibiru it keeps about the planet, like a warm coat that is constantly renewed. In the hot period, it shields Nibiru from the sun's scorching rays. In its midst, rains it holds and releases, to lakes and streams giving rise. Lush vegetation our atmosphere feeds and protects. All manner of life in the waters, and on the land to sprout it caused. After aeons of time our own species sprouted, by our own essence an eternal seed to procreate. As our numbers grew, to many regions of Nibiru our ancestors spread. Some tilled the land, some four-legged creatures shepherded. Some lived on the mountains, some in the valleys their home made. Rivalries occurred, encroachments happened, clashes occurred, sticks became weapons. Clans gathered into tribes, then two great nations each other faced. The nation of the north against the nation of the south took up arms. What was held by hand to thrusting missiles was turned. Weapons of thunder and brilliance increased the terror. A war, long and fierce, engulfed the planet. Brother amassed against brother. There was death and destruction both north and south. For many circuits, desolation reigned the land. All life was diminished. Then a truce was declared, then peacemaking was conducted. Let the nations be united, the emissary said to one another. Let there be one throne on Nibiru, one king to reign over all. Let a leader from north or from south by lot be chosen, one king supreme to be. If he be from north, let south choose a female to be his spouse, as an equal queen to reign alongside. If by lot a south male be chosen, let the north female be his spouse. Husband and wife let them be, as one flesh to become. Let their firstborn son be the successor. Let a unified dynasty thus be formed. Unity on Nibiru forever to establish. In the midst of the ruins, peace was started. North and south by marriage were united. The royal throne into one flesh combined, an unbroken line of kingship established. The first king after peace was made, a warrior of the north he was, a mighty commander. By lots, true and fair, was he chosen. His decrees in unity were accepted. For his abode he built a splendid city. A god, unity meaning, was its name. For his reign, a royal title he was granted. On it was, the celestial one, was its meaning. With strong arm, order in the land he re-established. Laws and regulations he decreed. Governors for each land he appointed. Restoration and reclamation was their foremost task. Of him in the royal annals, thus it was recorded. On, the lands unified. Peace on Nibiru he restored. He built a new city. The canals he repaired. Food to the people he provided. There was abundance in the lands. For his spouse, the south, a maiden had chosen. For both love and warring she was noted. Antu was her royal title. The leader who is On's spouse the given name cleverly did mean. She bore On 3 sons and no daughters. The firstborn son was by her named Anki. By On a solid foundation was its meaning. Alone on the throne he was seated. A spouse to choose was twice postponed. In his reign, concubines were brought into the palace. A son to him was not born. The dynasty thus begun was by the death of Anki disrupted. On the foundation, no offspring followed.
The death of Anki, the first son of An. See, so they die. Your gods die. Pay attention to this. This is crucial.
Son, though not the firstborn, the legal heir was pronounced. From his youth, one of 3 brothers, Ib by his mother was lovingly called. The one in the middle his name did mean. By the royal annals, on Ib he is named. In kingship celestial, by generations, the one who is On's son the name signified. He followed his father on Nibiru's throne. By count, he was the 3rd to reign. The daughter of his younger brother he chose to be his spouse. Nin-Ib, she was called the Lady of Ib. A son to On-Ib by Nin-Ib was born. The successor on the throne he was, the fourth by the count of kings. By the royal name On-Shargal he wished himself to be known. On's prince, who was greatest of princes, was the meaning. His spouse, a half-sister, Ki-Shargal, was equally named. Knowledge and understanding were his chief ambition. The ways of the heavens he assiduously studied. The great circuit of Nibiru he studied. Its length a shar to be he fixed. As 1 year on Nibiru was the measure, by it the royal reigns to be numbered and recorded. The shar to 10 portions he divided. 2 festivals thereby he pronounced. When nearest to the sun's quarters, a festival of the warmth was celebrated. When to its far abode, Nibiru was distanced, the festival of coolness was decreed. Replacing all olden festivals of tribes and nations to unify the people, the two were established. Laws of husband and wife, of sons and daughters, by decree he established. Customs from the first tribes he proclaimed for the whole land. From the wars, females greatly outnumbered males. Decrees he made, 1 male to have more than 1 female for knowing. By law, 1 wife as official spouse to be chosen, first wife to be called. By law, the firstborn son was his father's successor. By these laws, confusion soon came about. If the firstborn son not by the first wife was born, and thereafter by the first wife a son was born, by law the legal heir becoming, who shall be the successor? The one by the count of Shar's firstborn? The one by the first wife born? The firstborn son? The legal heir? Who shall inherit? Who shall succeed? In the reign of On-Shargal, Ki-Shargal as first wife was pronounced. A half-sister of the king she was. In On-Shargal's reign, concubines were again brought into the palace. By the concubines, sons and daughters to the king were born. A son by one was the first to be born. The son of a concubine was the firstborn. Thereafter, Ki-Shargal bore a son. The legal heir by law he was. The firstborn he was not. In the palace, Ki-Shargal raised her voice, in anger shouting, If by rules my son, by a first wife born, from succession shall be barred, let the double seed not be neglected. Though of different mothers, of one father, the king and I are offspring. I am the king's half-sister, of me the king is half-brother. By that my son the double seed of our father On-Ib possesses. Let henceforth the law of the seed, the law of espousal, overpower. Let henceforth a son by a half-sister, whenever born, above all other sons, rise to succession. On-Shargal, contemplating, the law of the seed embraced with favor. Confusion of spouse and concubines, of marriage and divorce by it would be avoided. In their council, the royal counselors, the law of the seed for succession adopted. By the king's order, the scribes the decree recorded. Thus, the next king by the law of the seed for succession was proclaimed. To him, the royal name On-Shar was granted. 5th on the throne he was.
5th. That was the 5th king. The 5th.
Now this is the account of the reign of On-Shar and the kings who followed. When the law was changed, the other princes were contending. Words there were.
Well, hold up. Pause that again. Pause that again.
All right.
You said what was the 5th?
Huh?
You got to explain that better. What was the 5th?
This was the 5th king. This is On-Shar.
The 5th king of what?
The 5th king of Nibiru. This is your 5th god or your 5th most high. Remember, and
according to them, whoever's, because I don't know who's playing, who that video's by.
No, this is go accordance with the holy tablets.
I said I know, but I said I don't know who's reading it. My chicken in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
this is according to the holy tablets. Huh?
I don't know if they're reading that from the holy tablets or their own translation of the
cuneiform tablets.
Yeah, the cuneiform tablets, clay tablets, Enuma Elish, Gilgamesh epics, whatever. But you know, I just wanted that to be clear because we want to know what we're dealing with, who's talking. Even though I'm following it, it sounds all It's in play. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in play.
it goes according with the holy tablets.
I just wanted you to show where that was coming from. That's all. Keep going. This is what we was talking about the other day about the marriage and the I was telling you about the first successor and the second successor. This is where the shit starts. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
A half-sister chose. He made her first wife. By the name Kishar she was called. Thus was by this law the dynasty continued. In the reign of Anshar the fields diminished their yields. Fruits and grains lost abundance. From circuit to circuit, nearing the sun, heat grew stronger. In the faraway abode, coolness was more biting. In Agad, the throne city, the king, those of great understanding assembled. Learned savants, those of great knowledge to inquire were commanded. The land and the soil they examined. The lakes and the streams they put to the test. And as happened before, some gave an answer. Nibiru in the past, colder or warmer, has grown. A destiny it is, in the circuit of Nibiru embedded. Others of knowledge, the circuit observing, Nibiru's destiny to blame did not consider. In the atmosphere, a breaching has occurred. That was their finding. Volcanoes, the atmosphere's forebears, less belching, were spitting up. Nibiru's air has thinner been made. The protective shield has been diminished. In the reign of Anshar and Kishar, pestilences of field made appearance. Toil could them not overcome. Their son, Enshar, then the throne ascended. Of the dynasty, the sixth he was. Lordly master of the Shar, the name did signify. With great understanding he was born. With much learning he mastered much knowledge. To remedy the afflictions, ways he sought. Of Nibiru's heavenly circuit he made much study. In its loop, of the sun's family, 5 members it embraced. Planets of dazzling beauty. For cures to the afflictions, their atmospheres he caused to be examined. To each he gave a name. Ancestral forefathers he honored. As heavenly couples he them considered. On and onto the twin-like planets he called the first 2 to be encountered. Beyond in Nibiru's circuit were Anshar and Kishar, in their size the largest. As a messenger, Gaga among the others coursed. Sometimes
and what they say right there, Prince?
5 in all were Nibiru's heavenly greeters. As the sun it circled. Beyond.
I'm sorry, what you say?
Bracelet, the sun.
You said something? I can't hear you. You on mute.
I said bring that back. What they just said. Show that.
All right.
Heavenly circuit he made much study. In its loop of the sun's family, 5 members it embraced. Planets of dazzling beauty. For cures to the afflictions, their atmospheres he caused to be examined. To each he gave a name. Ancestral forefathers he honored. As heavenly couples he them considered. On and onto the twin-like planets he called the first 2 to be encountered. Beyond in Nibiru's circuit were Anshar and Kishar, in their size the largest. As a messenger, Gaga among the others coursed. Sometimes first Nibiru to me.
So he said, he said Anshar Kishar was the first to what?
That he meet. Okay, what's going on now is Nibiru is starting to shut down. You got to remember, Nibiru is ran off of emotions. So after that bad war, and they selected kings and queens, Nibiru rejected everything and started shutting down. You see what I'm saying? This is where the gold comes in from Earth. So the one who was on the throne at that time, which was Anshar,
right?
He was studying the heavenly planets, trying to figure out what can we do to bring Nibiru back into place, to get Nibiru back working. Because remember, Nibiru don't use the sun. If you go to Revelation, they say when you go with God on his planet, there's no need for the sun because the heat comes from the volcanoes, right? That warms the planet. And then the shield, right? The gold shield protects it from the arrays and shit when it encounters other suns and shit like that.
Right there. Yep, that's right. Go ahead.
Right. So they talking about a time where Nibiru was shutting down and they was trying to fix it.
I just wanted people to acknowledge that so they paying attention to who was first, what was what, how it was going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I say this all the time. I say this all the time about first being on the ship, first in the heavens. But go ahead.
Okay.
Because and each record they have us logged in different time periods. Like in certain books or in certain scrolls, it'll say, you know, Anson Keyshar was the third here. You know what I mean? Or the second kings and queens here. But we want to show, showing from where they came from on high before they even came in the physical form. This is what we doing, right?
Right. Right.
Okay.
Now
when
they
it was nothingness coming from nothingness into something.
Right.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
As the sun encircled. Beyond, like a boundary, the hammered bracelet, the sun encircled. As a guardian of the heaven's forbidden region, with havoc it protected. Other children of the sun, four in number, from intrusion the bracelet shielded. The atmospheres of five greeters Enshar set out to study. In its repeating circuit, the five in Nibiru's loop carefully were examined. What atmospheres they possessed by observation and with celestial chariots intensely were examined. The findings were astounding, the discoveries confusing. From circuit to circuit, Nibiru's atmosphere, more belching suffered. In the councils of the learned, cures were avidly debated. Ways to bandage the wound were urgently considered. A new shield to embrace the planet was attempted. All that was thrust up, back to the ground, came down. In the councils of the learned, the belching volcanoes were studied. The atmosphere by belching volcanoes having been created, its wound by their diminished belching had come to be. Let the invention of new belching be encouraged. Let volcanoes spew again, one savage group was saying. How the feat to achieve, what tools more belching to attain. None the king could inform. In the reign of Enshar, the breach in the skies grew bigger. Rains were withheld. Winds blew harder. Springs from the depths did not rise. In the lands there was an accusation. The breasts of mothers were dry. In the palace there was distress. The accusation therein took hold. As his first wife, Enshar, a half-sister did espouse, by the law of the sea abiding. Ninshar she was called, of the Shars the lady. A son she did not bear. By a concubine to Enshar a son was born. The firstborn son he was. By Ninshar, the first wife and half-sister, a son was not brought forth. By the law of succession, the concubine's son the throne ascended. The seventh to reign he was. Du-Uru was his royal name, and the dwelling place fashioned was its meaning. In the house of concubines, not in the palace, was he indeed conceived. As his spouse, a maiden from his youth, beloved Du-Uru chose. By love, not by seed, a first wife he selected. Da-Uru was her royal name. She who is by my side was the meaning. In the royal court, confusion was rampant. Sons were not heirs, wives were not half-sisters. In the land, suffering was increasing. The fields forgot their abundance. Among the people, fertility was diminished. In the palace, fertility was absent. Neither son nor daughter was brought forth. Of On's seed, 7 were rulers. Then of his seed the throne was dry. Da-Uru, a child at the palace gateway found. As a son she embraced him. Du-Uru, in the end, as a son him adopted. Legal heir him decreed. Lama, meaning dryness, was his given name. In the palace the princes were grumbling. In the council of the counselors there was complaints. In the end, Lama the throne ascended. Though not of On's seed, he was the 8th to reign. In the councils of the learned,
not of On's seed. This was an adopted son. If you notice, all of them have On in the front of them until you get to Lamu, and he don't have it. Or Alalu, the next one, don't have it. But before that,
so
all of them
speaking on right there, Prince.
Go ahead.
Who they speaking on right there?
Anuru. That's on. He's on the throne now.
Aloru. That's before Lulu. That's before Lulu.
Right.
All right. Go ahead. Alelu. That's before Alelu.
Suggestions. One was to use a metal. Gold was its name. On Nibiru, it was greatly rare. Within the hammered bracelet, it was most abundant. It was the only substance that to the finest powder could be ground. Lofted high to heaven, suspended it could remain. Thus, with replenishments, the breach it would heal.
Yo, hold on 1 sec, Prince.
Celestial boat.
Okay.
That shit kills that nigga Chuck Morgan right there. I mean, not to be, you know, cause you know all these these Europeans got different translations, but this one sounds like the best so far I heard. That shit sounds accurate. You know that part where Chuck said, "Well, where the fuck is the mentioning of the gold? Where the hell was they coming here for gold?" And all
Right
this
there.
shit
That's why
inside
we
the,
came here for
the
gold.
form inside the to the Hasses and the Gilgamesh epics and shit like that. That's
Right.
That's Chuck's favorite line. Well, what about the gold? We translated. Where's the translation in? But he got to remember all the tablets ain't out. That the clay tablets wasn't out. All just go ahead.
Discovered. Yeah,
right.
but
No,
remember,
it was discovered, but they wasn't put out like for you to be able to translate. Only those like Stitching and Doc that went on those escapades over there was able to see these clay tablets in the museum and get access to read them. They put out a couple that just give you a certain story. That's all for now, but they don't never show you the whole thing. But how many niggas really? He said he was studying under two dudes that was teaching him cuneiform. So my thing is to him is like how the hell?
Well, they read it in cuneiform.
Yeah, and cuneiform. So right. Saying some guys was teaching him some words or teaching him how to translate. But nigga, you ever had all something million clay tablets? Because there's over 1 million clay tablets from Mesopotamia.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mesopotamia. Yes. And they only put out what they want. They try to tell you the rest is just stories about cows and storage and all this other bullshit. But that's bullshit. But go ahead. Right. I think one of them Upu ass niggas just said something under your video. Let me go see.
All right. Oh yeah, King Ellis said Chuck is a motherfucking demon. He is. Chuck Morgan. He run from me. That nigga run from me. He don't never stand up and battle me. But anyway, talking about the gold, if you go back to the Enuma Elish, the first video I played, it tells you that all the gold was put in Tiamat, the earth. That's where it started from. It goes back when Nibiru split her in two. He seen the gold running. That's how they knew it was gold here. They went back and checked the Akasha records of what happened in the Enuma Elish before they was Allahums or Anunnakis or Nibiruians. Before they evolved on Nibiru. This was already recorded. That's why we came here for gold. But see, they take it from Planet Risk. But see, we on Nibiru, since it was shutting down, we got off on Risk when we was coming by. They go a planet we can chill on until we held Nibiru. So everybody went to Risk. So on Risk, this is where Enki was conceived. Ninti was conceived. That's why Melchizedek could tell you, Doc could tell you he's a Riziskian. He wasn't born on Nibiru. He was born on Risk. When we stopped by there, just like we stopped by Orion, just like we stopped by Set, which is Sirius. We stopped by there. Some of them got off there. Remember, Nibiru was shutting down. So we was finding planets to chill on until we can heal the atmosphere, until we can make the volcanoes erupt and stuff again. So that's why they say, people always say, Doc from Risk and all that. He is. Doc is. He was conceived on Risk because we got off on that 8th planet in that 19th galaxy, Ilion, while we was trying to repair Nibiru. Motherfuckers was dying on Nibiru just like they was dying on Risk. Because remember, Risk shut down too. It was almost like destiny for the gods to die. It was looking like that for a lot. So let's jump back in. Let's go back in. Picked up where we left off.
Yo, King said bring him back in.
All right, I'm gonna send him a link right now.
Let the weapons of Terran be created.
Matter of fact, I'll pause this.
Oh, yo, King, go on the backdrop. I put the share by link in there. You can join by link. I put the link inside the group back there. Look and see. So, see it say join by link up there.
I'm gonna hit him anyway.
Yeah, put him in. Hit him anyway. Yeah, just give him. Just hit the nigga shit anyway. Right.
All right, I invited him back in.
Okay.
He might want to say something before we continue on. Let's give him a second to get back in. Yeah. So that's where we at now. Right. Trying to heal Nibiru, because see, everything is ran off of emotions, energy and motion. Right. So Nibiru, with that war and all those killings, and nations turning against nations, and they shoot nuclear weapons and all that, Nibiru shut it down. No more volcano eruptions for the heat. No more
yeah, he said okay.
The atmosphere. Okay.
Go ahead. I know what you're talking about. The stratosphere.
For the shield.
The ozone layer.
Right, the ozone layer. Exactly. The ozone layer. Okay. So that's what we doing now. And the one who was on the throne now was Anuru, and then his adopted son.
Okay, Aniru. So he got the name Anu in there, but it's the last part is okay, got you.
But the next one, his son, which is Lahamu, was adopted. That's why they don't have the N on there. That's why Alalu don't have the N on there.
Right.
That's the adopted family came in. You got to go back to Anshargal, change the laws, because he couldn't have a baby by his spouse. Right. Nibiru was shutting all that down. That's why they said the breast of the women was dried up, meaning they were unable to give birth. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
They was unable to give birth. So all that shit was shutting down. Nibiru was shutting that shit down. Them niggas was on the verge of death. All of them was on the verge of death. Take over for a minute while I use the bathroom. We're going to wait for King Ellis to join, and then we're going to get back into the tape. If he's not back by time, we'll just roll on with the tape.
All right. All right. So, yeah. This is what's important about what we showing in this video, right? I know a lot of people say we've been through this. We've been down these roads. You know, we've been building on this. This is not about bringing back old information. You know what I mean? This is clarifying old information so the new could come in. You know what I mean? Just getting this shit out the way so we can get to the meat of it, because people seem to think that we didn't come out of the books, or those that are inside the book didn't become a living testimony for you to see, for confirmation, because those that perceive the look of thought or perceive to think they see me or others, they don't see us. You know what I mean? We only here in this rarest form right now. You know, incarnations, incantations, anything you want to say, that's us. We here, we on deck. I may look like you, but I'm not you. My insides are very much different. I'm vibrating on a much higher plane. Like I was speaking earlier, and when I was saying I'm not playing when I say about that food, I have to force I don't even like food no more. Period. I don't even like food no more. I don't like that shit. Is fake, it's rubber, it's pasty. You could tell that's not real food. Yeah, you could tell now. So you could tell the change, the fix already came into play, man. But I ain't gonna go too far when I say the fix. I'm gonna let the brothers say a little bit something more, and then later I'll say the rest of that. But this is right here also is the line of kings to let you know there was more than one king, there was more than one God, there was more than one Most High, there was more than one Anu, and there were those before Anu. But I couldn't give y'all that because you niggas couldn't even understand Malakut and Nasut. You couldn't understand heaven and hell. You couldn't even put the two planes together. So he couldn't. You want to ask if the Most High has a parent, but you ain't even understanding the Most High that you got in front of you right now. Right. That's how it works. So which is a natural, evolved
being just like you and me.
Regular
That's right.
evolutionary
Yeah.
process.
Right.
Revol-
He went through that
evolving.
regular evolutionary process. We see people keep forgetting it all started in the mind, right? Which is La Hood, in the gases. We created everything in the mind first. Then we stepped
That's when
in.
Doc says, hold up. That's when Doc says we existed in the etheric pockets,
Right.
gas pockets. So people
Right.
thought that was far-fetched, but all he was saying that was the thought, the mind. You was inside the bubble. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Anshaw.
I wanted you to finish because you was going on it. I just wanted to make sure they ain't missed that part.
Yeah, it started in the mind in
How you
La
talk?
Hood, in the mind in the gases, right? Then we went down. See the fall. That's what they say. The fall came down. Anunnakis came down. It was a 3-step progress from the mind, then to the spiritual, which is the liquid. The liquid holds all the elements you need to bring about the material world on earth. So everything you need has to go through the mind first, which is the gases, then the liquid, then it comes and personifies itself in the solid. People forget. They like people be asking, well, how Anu did this and how Anu did that. Everything was done first in the mind.
That's right.
Alakazam, alakazum. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Alakazam, alakazum.
It was all thought of in the mind
You
first.
know what I mean? Yeah, man. All of that. What was the other little sayings that the magician said? Alakazam. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
What he said? What's the other
Abra-
one? Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
There you go.
Abracadabra.
They ain't even understand David, but abracadabra.
Ah!
Reach out and grab you. They ain't understand.
Wanna
when
reach
that
out
white
and
man
grab
was
you.
telling him he wanted to snatch their shows up, man. Abracadabra. I want to keep you under this spell, under this wand. But go ahead, King, because I see you got. I know you got something to say. I'm waiting.
Hey, no, y'all don't fucking point. Y'all don't fucking point. The seat continues to change. You could be I knew if you raise up enough, and that's
right.
everybody miss. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all on point, man. I don't have nothing to say. I'm listening.
That's the purpose. That's the
right.
purpose right there, for you to recognize that you are Anu, or you could be
That's right.
Anu. But at the same time, never forget the first one, the number one Anu.
Absolutely.
Because niggas is trying to wipe Anu under the rug and Anshaw and all these people and Jesus and Tammuz. Well, you know, that's an energy, brother. That's a conscious, you know, that's Christ consciousness. Yeah, on one stage of it.
Right. That's right.
You
That's right.
motherfuckers better give that motherfucker his just due and pay homage. I don't mean praise him. Acknowledgement. That's
Acknowledgement.
what we need. We don't need praisement. We need acknowledgement. We need to be acknowledged.
That's right.
That we exist. This
That's
is
right.
why the gods turn. This is why you niggas that's out there say you Afrocentric or you into Yoruba, Ifa, any of these things, you paying homages to these entities or these spirits or these orishas or whatever you want to call these warriors, these
That's right.
principles. And these principles are literal. I'm tired
That's right.
of dudes running around here talking about these. Oh, that's the principle. The sun is no. You can actually give yourself up to be a planet or a sun, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
That's the
trip part
you
about it.
have. You possess within yourself. That's a principle. That's why they say you living on Mama Gaga, Mama Gigi, Mama Earth, Mama
That's right.
T,
Right. That's real.
Mama Tamu.
Right.
That's real. That's real.
Right. Go ahead, King Ellis.
Oh man, I'm building. I'm here. I'm listening, man. Y'all on point. Y'all on point so much, bruh. It made me realize that this conversation we're having, what we in, man. You know, a lot of people are afraid to go this far with it, but since we are the ones that are appointed to go this far, man. That's right. I was saying, because we are ones appointed to go with it. So you know, it's really a beautiful place to be in, because now you do have to go inside yourself and not question what you haven't seen, because the skies have not open up and revealed itself to none of us. You understand? It only reveals it only revealed it to our insides through our instinct and through our natural ability. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
right. That's
man,
right.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man.
That's
So
right.
I'm with y'all. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going.
All right, we're gonna finish up with the video. Y'all ready?
Hold up.
Go.
I want to add on to that, man. Cause
Yes,
he's
love.
right now. Cause
Hell yeah.
we really listen. The video is an extra, nigga, for you.
That's
slow
right.
niggas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
get
it.
twisted.
That's
we
it.
are the living motherfucking recordings, nigga. That's talking.
That's right.
You can drop that shit right here, but you
That's
niggas
right.
ain't gonna accept it from us. You gonna accept it from the hunky, like Doc said. You gonna
Like the
accept
hunky
it from
reading.
the other historian black men or black cultural Africanic leaders. These niggas that got thousands of followers like they somebody. Not
I ain't
saying
looking
they
for that.
not saying they not somebody, but people carry these people in too far high esteem and regard.
Yeah, because there's so many of them that's
Right.
taken from the truth and the lie and mixing that shit up. So
That's
you know,
right.
like when somebody comes strong on pop like that,
shit.
yeah, man. When somebody comes strong on pop like that, you know, where I look at the pop situation, man, pop opened up an element for you to go and dig in. I don't care if you found the information to be wrong because you got it from this place or you got it right from this place. That's yours.
Right.
Open up to all that
Right.
shit because there's a place you're gonna go where none of that shit ain't no matter no motherfucking way.
Right.
You got to go
And that
inside
place
your
is-
existence.
Right.
All this shit we doing is ego. Man, when we get past one thing I love what Pop said, he said when y'all get past the ego and get past this and get past that, that's the one we looking for. We ain't looking
Right.
for them other motherfuckers. So all them
Right.
niggas who on YouTube, all these views and all niggas, y'all ain't gonna do shit. You gonna be stuck in this realm. I'm telling you, gonna be stuck.
And they trying to
Once
start
you
that
get-
shit back. They trying to start that shit back up again, Prince, this year. King,
Oh man.
you see them
I believe it.
already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sarnetta started the other night with the Dr. York talk. Oh, let's
Hey,
talk
but
about
one-
Dr. York.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
And they, huh? You ain't
What'd he
see that
say?
the other night?
No, he been kind of riding with Dr. York for a minute.
Abdul Kaduz came. Abdul
Oh,
came
Abdul
out.
and Chuck. Oh, part two came
Abdul-
out.
Yeah, Abdul came out, Lord. He came
Okay.
out the woodworks, you know what I mean?
Hey,
He called
hey.
that nigga out. And he said
Hey.
that nigga straight. He
Hey,
said
put that boy to
nigga
sleep.
fire.
I saw the first one. I ain't see the second one. You gonna make me go look for it?
Chuck couldn't be quiet, man. Abdul
Oh,
was
man.
quiet his whole talk. When that
Straight
nigga
up.
got to putting them points and truths and facts out, Chuck, and all this laughing and all this.
Oh, man. Okay, I heard
shit
it.
That you say you a debater, you got control of.
Yeah, wouldn't let him talk, laughing over him and
Sarnetta
shit.
was keeping it real. He was keeping it fair. He
Yeah,
called him
Sarnetta
on that
cut-
shit like, shut up, man. Let that man. Oh, he said, oh, he tried to say, oh, it's like that. He tried to say it's like that, Sa. So I said, yeah, niggas like that with all you niggas now. You, Prince, and Prince.
York.
No, my fault. Not even Prince York. No disrespect, because Prince is the one that opened his eyes and polite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Said,
did.
nah,
They
bro,
did.
it's
I
fair.
gotta
You
say
gotta
that.
defend this now. This year, you gotta defend that crown. For real.
Yeah.
It's
That's right.
Ain't nobody taking sides and putting the fix in for your ass no more.
They're right. They're right. You know
better
what?
Be that, you better be that true and living, because what I was leading up to, and this is my last thing I'm gonna say on that, is that Doc thing was that he was preparing y'all for us that was coming.
Absolutely.
And y'all niggas thought we wasn't coming and wasn't here. I was there when he said we was here. I was there when he
Right.
stopped niggas and said, yo, don't touch him, and gave me a hug to show them that we was here. He said, all those that was first in the beginning is here in the end and last. The last is the first and the first is the
First
last.
is the last. That's right.
And they all coming in. And I'm just letting you know who's coming in
That's right.
and what's next. And they gonna finish this because we couldn't until he was done.
That's right.
We couldn't step in until he was done. And he's done. It's over. He's still teaching. Don't get me wrong. He's still teaching. He's still sending out messages. But look, what I mean is he's done. It's your job. It's our job.
Right.
Hey,
It's
hey,
we pass the
that's what they're
torch.
afraid of. They're afraid of us to stop using York's name. If you notice, every time we start building with these motherfuckers, right? And as soon as we start talking, they want to keep bringing York up. Why you
Right,
keep
they
bringing
bring
York
him up.
up?
Right.
Stop bringing York up. We are moved past that foundation. We are
Yeah,
not
we passed
followers
that,
of
but
York. We walk with York. I walk the same direction. Like York said, man, you can do as good in what you do, and I can do good in what I do, and together we're gonna be a force. So I
That's
gotta
right.
walk my own pathway. I can't walk and walk behind York. Now I walk with York, and I walk in front of him if I had to. So quit bringing up fucking York. York
Right.
is, hey, I'm sorry. He opened up all the elements of all them niggas. All them niggas came from the school of York, and now they want to put it
yeah.
down and go against them. Do you
But
know
like
all
you,
the motherfuckers got
like you
products?
said, though,
They got
King.
oils, they got soaps. They doing the same thing. They took the same thing and went and did their own thing, and now they want to replace it with some more shit. Man, you're still stuck in this realm. If you don't come out this fucking realm, you're not gonna get past it. You're gonna be stuck right here in this fucking realm. That's why I like this, what we're reading right now, man. What you playing right now, because it's taking us beyond Earth. It's taking us beyond
Right,
where
back
people
to
are
where we're
stuck in.
supposed to be at right now.
It's
What
where
we're
we're supposed to be at
going
right now.
into,
Absolutely.
what the
Absolutely.
universe is going into, what the planet is going into, because this planet is moving.
The planet's moving. Off the top, you
Yeah,
said it.
this planet is moving. I don't, for you fly earthers and you round earthers. You know what I mean? This planet is moving through the universe. This planet is moving. This planet is not just a planet.
That's right.
This planet is a ship. You niggas been transferred already.
Right.
Hey, you said it.
You
You
niggas
said
been
it.
transferred already. And when I say transferred, that means you have transformed already. You have literally died already.
You know you're over their head right now.
Yeah. Them
You're over their head
sackcloths
right
is
now.
coming off, baby. Them bloody sackcloths is coming
Yeah.
off. And you better get yours clean.
Hey.
You better
All right,
wash
y'all,
your... Yeah. All right, that's it. You right. I'm going over their head. Let me stop.
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Now you ain't over there.
This
Just
right
ain't
here
ready.
is over their head. This right here is simply over their head.
All right, let's get through the rest of this.
Weapons that the
Go ahead.
ground shake loose, the mountains split asunder. With missiles the volcanoes to attack, their dormancy to bestir, their belching to increase, the atmosphere to replenish, the breach to make disappear. For decision, Lama was too feeble. What choice to make, he knew not. One circuit Nibiru completed, 2 shars, Nibiru to count continued. In the fields, affliction was not diminished. By volcanic belching, the atmosphere was not repaired. A 3rd shar passed. A 4th was counted. Gold was not obtained. In the land, strife was abundant. Food and water were not abundant. In the land, unity was gone. Accusations were abundant. In the royal court, savants were coming and going. Counselors were rushing in and rushing out. The king to their words paid no attention. Counsel from his spouse he only sought. Lahama was her name. If destiny it be, let us beseech the great creator of all. To the king she said, beseeching, not acting, provide the only hope. In the royal court the princes were astir. At the king accusations were directed. Foolishly unreasoning, greater calamities instead of cure he brought forth. From the olden storehouses weapons were retrieved. Of rebellion there was much speaking. A prince in the royal palace was the first to take up arms. By words of promise the other princes he agitated. Alalu was his name. Let Lama be king no more, he shouted. Let decision supplant hesitation. Come, let us unnerve the king in his dwelling. Let him the throne abandon. The princes to his words gave heed. The gate of the palace they rushed. To the throne room, its entrance restricted. Like on-rushing waters, they went. To the tower of the palace the king escaped. Alalu was him pursuing. In the tower there was a struggle. Lama fell down to his death. Lama is no more, Alalu shouted. The king is no more, with glee he announced. To the throne room Alalu rushed. On the throne he himself seated. Without right or counsel, a king he himself pronounced. In the land, unity was lost. Some by the death of Lama rejoiced. Others by Alalu's deed were saddened.
Now that's how Alalu got the throne. He threw Alamu off the cliff and took the throne.
Ah,
So that shows you right there that they died.
That's
They
right.
don't have no special powers. Ain't no spook and ghost shit going on here. This is real shit. You see what I'm saying? Get that spook shit out your mind. We made in his likeness and his image. So if that's true and he's a spook and all that, we should be spooks and shit.
Right.
This is real shit. Get that spook shit out your mind.
They're right.
So what's that clip? What does that clip signify?
What do you mean?
That's Tahuti, man. When Tahuti, when you was a little kid, if you wanted the ones that flew, right?
Right.
The first dream you remember is like somebody pushed you and you crashed all the way down. You hit the ground. Bow.
You fell.
So everything came up. So each dream you had that until you was flying.
That's right.
The clouds, and then you turned into Superman. I know I did in my dreams. I know I did in my vision, you know, and I use the term dream. And then when you talk to these gurus and these sweeties, when they say that's Tahuti's ritual when he initiates you back into the remembrance of what you was. So that signifies the death that we all went through to come here and incarnate. We was pushed off the cliff, you understand? And died many a times over until we was flying. You feel me? That's symbolic.
I know I had that fall dream plenty of times. So you right till I start flying. And that's nothing but your macabre.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? We all have that capability
to remember yourself.
And be real in your dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why our favorite cut is "It's only a dream, baby."
Hey.
It's
only a dream.
You know that's my joy, boy.
Wake up.
Hey, it's deep though, man. Y'all talk about that because I can remember when I had no control inside of my dreams, right? Because I didn't overstand it, right?
Right.
And I think in a matter of about 10 years, man, I've had so much control in my dreams, man, where it's been so real. I mean, it's been so real, man. And I mean, you remember when you couldn't punch in your dreams. You couldn't do there's certain things you couldn't do in your dreams.
You couldn't fight back.
And now, man, I can do everything in my dreams, man. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna give you some real. I'm gonna give you some real clarity. One night, my uncle passed, right? And it was some shit going on with the money and shit in the family.
Right.
And everybody was in confusion, man. And all of a sudden, man, my uncle comes to me in my dream, man. Yeah. And man, when he came to me, man, because he hadn't left yet. So man, he came to him in my dream, man. And I was so aware in the dream, man. I asked him all the questions that I need to ask him, you know, right there while I was in the dream, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was so real. It was so vivid, man. When I told my mom about it, man, you know, she looked at me, but she knew I wasn't lying, man. You know what I'm saying? I had always been telling her things about it, but, you know, I know I would have been over her head a lot. But this time I couldn't help but tell her, man, because it was one of the first times I was in total control. Right. And ever since then, man, nothing has stopped me from there, bro. It's been deep. Right. It's been deep.
It's been deep, right? That journey.
So it's real,
deep.
Man. Oh, it's real, man. I'm telling you.
And the brother Galen just came in peace.
What's going on, brother?
One of the I don't know if you was tuning in, Galen, when we was on. If you heard anything before you came in.
I heard a little bit. I tuned in and then I came through. So I heard, you know what I'm saying, the part about the not being able to do certain things in the dreams and having that like I kind of tuned in during that part.
Oh, all right. Well, if you wanted to say something about that part or get a quick recap, I was just explaining we was playing the tape and he was playing the part about Lulu being pushed off the cliff, right? And I said after he broke that down, I said, what was that the significance of? And he said, I ain't getting it. So I just was like, oh, that's the Tahuti ritual. And if you were one of the ones that ascended or awakening, you'd have had the dream of you falling off the cliff crashing many a times, and then you begin to fly in your dream, and then you begin to turn into Superman.
Yeah, it's like a whole process.
It's a whole process from a child coming into your teen to your adult, mid-adult years, mature young adult years.
I feel like if you still adult and you still having the dream of falling, and you ain't begin to fly or soar yet, that means somewhere in your body or your spirit you are blocked.
Right.
That's right.
You know you are blocked somewhere. You know
right. You did something wrong.
Dreams kind of let us know you got to keep working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just like when they say you gotta completely break down self. You know, you never know self until you destroy self. So that's what that dream is telling you. Hey, I'm gonna destroy you. If you don't figure out yourself. If you don't get your life right, you're about to die. You feel me? Go ahead and get it right.
And
let's
yo,
do
that's
this.
the young God.
You know who else?
The old God.
You know who else went through that? Do y'all remember the Bruce Lee story when he kept running? And he said in the dream, the dude was kept chasing. He kept running. Yeah. He said, if I don't stop him fighting, it's going to trigger down to my son.
Right. So I got to step up and be the one to put this nigga down, man. Cause
Right. Yep. Right.
It starts and stop with me. It starts with me.
It starts with me. That's right.
Wow. It's supposed to be a fight between yourself. Don't let that fight between
That's what I was about to take it.
Out and fight between others. That's deep.
That's real.
That's where I was taking it next, because that's the war of good and evil within oneself. That's the war that many are having right.
Oh yeah.
Many are having right now as we speak. They're having a war of the good and evil within themselves, the good and bad. You know what I mean?
Right. The 180.
Right.
You
know what I mean? Because they 360 already, but they got to balance that nature.
Exactly.
Right. And you got to kill off. That means you got to kill off whether it's your good side or your bad side.
Right.
You may have been born a good nigga. You may have described your contract how you want to live a good life and then get it that way. And then someone's made a sign of, you know what, I'm going to go through what all of them motherfuckers going down there going through.
Right.
Simple. I'm just going to be a human. And I'm going to watch these niggas and learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm going to get it that way. So now, that's when people judging us by the book, where some of us had to walk that crooked path where we've been to prison, we broke the law, we've done things that may have been deemed totally wicked or what they call us. They call us criminal minded, institutionalized.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I don't want to deal with nobody ain't been through it. Because they wouldn't understand it.
Right.
That's just real people talk.
Right.
That's the 360 knowledge on earth. You gotta have both sides.
Right. Whether you ever
you gotta know the good and the evil. Then you can make a conscious decision. That's where your free will comes in at.
Right.
You won't have free will if you only know one side, because how can you choose?
Exactly.
That's a fact, Prince.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you need both sides.
Right.
Unless the man, that's why they said now the man has become like one of us to know good and evil.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And when you remember that devil and God shit disappears.
Yeah.
Because it's not about, I keep telling everybody, bro. See, that's what I like. I keep telling all the people around me, man, it's not about good and evil or God and the devil. It's a power. You feel me? A power within the middle that people use for one or each side. Once you begin to realize that you are not polarized and have to necessarily choose a side, then you can look at both of them, analyze them, and you can continue to be in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of thing that gods do. You feel me? They be in the middle of things and they don't choose between the gods and the peasants. You feel me?
Right.
You ain't got to do all of that.
Right. That's like around the throne, you have 12 dissatisfied and 12 satisfied.
Exactly.
And then Anu makes that final decision based on what's needed, not good or bad, not how he feel, not favoritism, but what's needed. Sometimes evil is needed to show you about good. Sometimes good is needed to show you about evil.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So that's how we base those decisions, not on good or bad, but what's needed.
What's necessary, bro. Exactly.
That's right.
He never in the first Matrix, the battle scene when this is Dwayne Moore. This is my cousin. Big up fams. That's one of the Messiahs. What's good, Dwayne Messiah? What's good? What you said? You said never in the first Matrix, the battle scene when Axe what is doing and Morpheus say he is beginning to believe.
Oh, yeah. You talking about when Neo is fighting against, well, in my view, fighting against self, but in reality, he was fighting against Agent Smith.
Right.
And he had paused, and he started realizing, like, hold up, I can block this nigga shit. I can fight this nigga with one hand like this. This nigga is me, bro. Like, I get it now. You feel me? Like, this is like a go. This is actually like just nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is not here. But this nigga is me. This is like the lower half of me. I'm higher half of me. Fuck that. I'm about to go down this hallway. I'm going to jump into this nigga body. We going to become one. And I'm going to feel me?
Right.
Anshar, you just said that yesterday too, Anshar. You said that shit too. Anshar said that shit too.
Bro, that's one of my favorite movies to break down because Neo, The Matrix is a big breakdown of self, bro.
Right.
All Neo
doing the whole
time. That's why Neo never really eye to eye with Morpheus. You know what I'm saying? Morpheus, he on the outside, but he got the eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when we're looking at the sky and we can see them eyes looking down on us. That's Morpheus.
Yeah, he the counselor. He the elder, the 24 elder.
Yeah,
he know what's going to happen before Neo knew.
Exactly. So Morpheus
and remember,
go on, but he can't help him during that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an outer body fight. It's an inner body fight.
Right.
So
and he stopped running. You remember they should say, when they come, run.
Right.
Then he stopped running.
Right. Morpheus used to be like, when you see them, don't try to fight them shits.
Nope. You run from
Trinity, run.
And that's the
they
point.
Can kill you.
See, that's the world. You know what I'm saying?
Then that nigga stop running.
If you really don't truly know who you are,
exactly.
Them niggas can zap you, erase you, torture you.
Anything, bro. That's the point. Well, we
interrogate you, and people think you have to be in them cuffs for that to happen.
No, bro, you in them cuffs.
We talking about some real federal agents. It is about real federal agents and
hell yeah.
But they come totally different, nigga. They don't have to come knock on your door.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, the ones who are mentally trapped are way more trapped than the ones who are in them prisons.
Yeah.
That's facts, bro. Like, you got people out here who they don't get that on a daily basis, 90% of the shit that they do is a subconscious act. They don't even consciously perceive what they are doing.
Right.
And that's the point we keep fucking up at. Like, everybody keep forgetting TV, music, you know, people that be around you. All of these things affect the way you act.
That's a fact.
So you can be acting subconsciously due off of, you know, somebody you around, some movie you saw, or whatever you did. You know what I'm saying? You be acting subconsciously off of it.
That's when you start distancing yourself from people that are your friends, and you thought was your friends or your associates. You start, and they like, yo, what's up, bro? You don't come around no more, niggas. You ain't got no love for me no more. Like, yeah, I got love for you. It ain't you that I'm backing up from. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Yeah, it's time. I gotta back up for a second. I done came out here. It's time to back up. Yeah, I like that. What you were saying. Keep going though, girl.
Oh yeah, you know, I tell everybody, man, I had to back up my damn self just to kind of chill out because I realized as people, We are energy. You feel me? Like we keep
Right.
forgetting shit. We keep getting stuck on the physical.
Right.
But we
There you
are
go.
the spiritual. We are energy. So when you are around someone for so long, no matter who you are, no matter how strong you feel you are, your energy is going to intertwine with their energy. Which means something that they doing, you're going to pick up on. That's the subconscious action right there. It's going to act regardless. You feel me? You can't stop that shit. It's just like when you watch a movie that's an hour long.
Right.
You might just the funny shit in the movie. You feel me? You probably caught 10% of that movie consciously. But the rest of that movie, you caught it, but you caught it on the subconscious. So the things that you're going to end up doing throughout that week or that month are not going to be the shit you saw consciously. It's going to be the stuff you saw subconsciously. The things you didn't even know you caught. So we got to realize that and be a little more aware of the subconscious power that it has.
I want to take it a little step further, right quick. Prince, you in?
Yeah, I'm in the chat room. Go ahead.
All right, pay attention real quick. Boom. Now, people say, I'm glad you said that physical and spiritual part, because people forgetting just because you seem to be in the physical that you are encased, or what's encased inside of you is a spirit and a soul. But at the same time, that same encasement is brought outside of you.
Exactly.
That's your aura. And when you begin to make that shit vibrate, it permeates and it will show a shinier aura to start to shine from within and come out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, you niggas keep, all right, excuse me for saying niggas. People keep saying that, we on Earth and we not on Earth. That's number one. Number two, you keep saying that this is physical. That's a truth for some, that they trap their minds. Yeah, you still stuck in it. You keep talking that third dimension shit, you stuck in the third dimension. This planet is no longer vibrating on a three-dimensional plane, man. All right? That's why I said the planet is moving. The planet is on the fucking other side. This ship is on the other side. You know what I mean? Right. So now, it's in Malakut realm right now. We in the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh. Where you think until you get to 9, where you at? You in Malakut right now. So if you in Malakut, this physical has the transparency to flip back and forth, right? This is why niggas be saying niggas is glitching. That's why they got the new commercial now. They hit the switch, and the nigga until they get their plan together, they fuzzing.
Right.
That's that.
They giving you a commercial, but telling you some shit at the same time. Nigga, if your body ain't moving with 5G when we flip this switch, you keep talking that stay in that 3 dimension if you want to. You going electrocute, nigga. You done. You burned. You burnt up.
Bro,
so
I was just having a convo yesterday about energy like that.
Good.
Just having one yesterday, bro, about how really I was just speaking out publicly that we needed a day throughout the year to where we just don't go to work. Like, we need a day for communication. We need a day for us to just communicate and connect with one another and not really focus on the physical and focus on just the spiritual part of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my homie was talking that if a day like that was to actually happen, the energy would shift around the whole world, because it'd be so much positive, or as we call it, it'd be so much supposable positive energy that, as you say, people would literally, I would think, would begin to start to literally blow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With all of this jobs and the football and the media and all the dumb shit around, it keeps some people who are not ready balanced. You know what I'm saying? Their frequencies are super low, but you got super low frequency stuff going on around you that balances you off. So if you had everybody in the world just for a day, bro, just for a day, get on some positive shit and just try to go out and meet a neighbor, see a neighbor, go out and meditate, talk, chat, not really worry about going to buy shoes and the dumb shit for a day, that energy would transfer through everybody. As we know, we all connected.
Right.
Everybody feel that
Those
energy.
of us.
Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh yeah, I was just saying it'll be too strong. We can start blowing up. I feel as of right now, we got too many folks over here walking around at that dead frequency.
Right.
To where when shit started going higher.
Right. They ain't trying to come out that grave. Right.
Exactly, bro. They stuck in that comfort zone.
They looking for themselves to be in the box. 12, for real.
Yeah, it's trying to get out that box, man. You can't survive in that box no more.
Right. You wait for something to come out the sky and say you and tell you it's the end and line up.
The whole thing about the new age.
And line
the new
up.
Age out the box. That's why the all-seeing eye is everywhere, seeing everything you do. There is no privacy no more. So if there's no privacy, what the fuck you in a box for?
Right.
That's right.
You see me? That's my other nigga. That's my shadow.
That's King Ellis said magnetism is very important.
Mm-hmm. Right. Electromagnetism. And that's the most important thing about us, that we are electromagnetic beings.
That's
right?
Yep.
And these particles, this is how these particles, these atoms stay together within our composition, because we are electromagnetic beings. If not, had we not be vibrating on this plane, you know, your shit would just be scattered everywhere. Mm-hmm. If that magnetism wasn't there. And you wouldn't be able to solidify. And that's the explosion that so you gotta decompose, you gotta deactivate, undetonate your own atomic bomb, because you the atomic bomb, nigga. Right.
You are the battery.
You scared of an atom bomb when you the atom bomb.
Right. King Ellis said, we were all guided here rightly now.
Exactly. I see you. Yeah, that's right. And this is the now, and this 19, because that 19 is the mystery number, man. Y'all niggas better beware what year you in, for real. That 19 is a significant numbers in anything, in the Bible, the Quran, the elders. Y'all know what it is. I ain't got to go into Yen, and I ain't got to go to Melchizedek. I ain't got to go into none of that. I ain't got to go into none of that, man.
Right.
Y'all know what the numerical number is. 1 and 9.
All right, look. We out of time, man. I want to thank y'all for joining in, tuning in, chatting in, listening in. All the future listeners and everything. I just want to thank, you know what I mean? I want to thank my guests. Thank y'all for tuning in, my man Anshaw, Gregory Osiris, King Ellis, everybody. If I miss you, ain't you here, you with me.
That's
you know.
Galen. That's Galen, Prince Anu.
Okay, Galen, salute to you, my brother.
Already, bro.
Love you. And that's a great idea, to take one day out, no work, no TV, no phone. That's the next step.
You know what happened? You know what happened?
You know what I mean? No videos. We need to link mentally. We on that plane now where I can communicate with you mentally.
Right, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, this shit going to be shut down. So then you're going to have to communicate mentally anyway, if you're on that plane. But weekdays at 9 a.m., the Wake Up Show. You know what I mean? Right here. If you want to join in, send me your email address at princeanul1@yahoo.com. I'll join you in, or hit me up, princeanul14@gmail.com. I'll make sure I send you an invite. Make sure you join in.
You got 2 more comments down there.
Dwayne Moore, we are awake, are the ones that's going to bring down the system through systematically community etheric energy connecting. That is so true. So true. That is so true. Thank you, Dwayne Moore.
Peace.
Send me your email, Dwayne, so you can join in tomorrow.
For sure, bro.
Send me the email so you can join in tomorrow.
That's his name on Facebook, Prince. That's my fan.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's the one that's always posting the pictures where he done been through all that. He look like Doc, all that. This is crazy. We been there. Trust me, my family connected. We in that. We in the books. That's a high one right there. King, I love you too, man.
Yes, King, very much so, man. We patiently awaiting the new King Ellis album. We're gonna debut it here first, right here on Prince New Info, the Wake Up Show. Don't forget about Fatima Mahdi, boy. Check her out on SoundCloud.
On Facebook and on YouTube.
On Facebook, YouTube, Messenger. We out there. We everywhere. You ain't never there. You always
subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. So you can get updates on the shows weekdays at 9 a.m.
On Freestyle Fridays, Black Sun.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Freestyle Fridays.
Gregory Jackson is the channel.
Black Sun.
Plenty of Gregory Jackson's up there, but if you look, my background say Black Sun. It's gold. It's a gold sun behind it.
Gold sun. Black Sun.
You know.
So thank y'all again. I salute y'all. Both hands, the left and the right. You know what I mean? And we going out with this.
Salute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nine, baby. Been in this game for years.
The nine.
They made me an animal. I hooked up with Anunnakis. I called them cannibals. Step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track. Not your ass pushed back. Runo number 1. Never forget. I knew. Set this shit up. That's a bet.
Yeah.
Now we here living clear on the sear. Make you niggas disappear. Huh?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Huh. 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
4,
wake up, my niggas. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. It's still waking up right there, Galen.
Huh?
Come through. So, Mr. Awakening.
Oh, yeah.
Come through. Yeah, come through. Come through with the sun and shine as we combine and we connect the mind. Make it clear for them to see. And if you don't see, you see me. Huh? You see him.
Except for serious shit.
Huh? In your dream.
You think your crackhead paying your back? Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm just fronting
Strictly
right
for
now.
live men, not for fresh men.
I go.
Cause I want my money, rain, sleet, hell, snow.
No. That's a fact. Mama want her money right now. Mama.
Follow at new, you'll have mad blessings to break up. If not, 2011, you'll be wake up.
Wake up.
Huh?
2019, you better wake up.
9 at 9, baby. 9 to the 9th power. The Wake Up Show. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Nine. We out, baby. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Live.
Love y'all, man. We out.
Already, bro. All love.
Thank y'all.
Peace, King. The 24 seats. You already.
I've Rad Bacon.